The garden is coming along here pretty good. I don't know how well you guys can tell what's going on in this video, but you can see the lines of brassicas that I've planted. I've been putting down basically hay, grass clippings, weeds as mulch, since we still don't have a whole lot of wood chips on site right now. And you can see the collards are pretty thick in here. There's also, as you can see, let's see, where's my finger? Right there. There's a lot of amaranth coming up. We don't have a whole lot of time left in the season to grow a full crop of amaranth, but I've been coming in and clipping the tops of these amaranths. They're really thick right in here. And so I'm getting a lot of amaranth greens right now in early September. And hopefully these greens are going to kick off. I really want to get more mulch down in here. You can also see this kind of makeshift fence that we have. You know, we had a bit of chain link, some shade cloth, weighed down with rocks. We've got the T-posts, a little bit of welded wire over here, pieces of string, just kind of rigged together, hopefully to discourage the deer. I mean, I think if they really wanted in here, they could get into this, but we'll see. Hopefully it's enough to discourage them for now. And I'm just gonna, keep eating and keep adding mulch as long as I can. I'm watering here. It's been pretty dry the past few weeks, so I have been watering some with the hose, in the morning time. And you can see some of the annuals, the summer annuals on this end are still going hard. We got a lot of marigolds this time of year, making their really pretty blooms. Lots of good smells. Cow peas starting to wind down, but still getting some peas. See the ants that are always hanging out on the peas. There's always ants on these southern peas. I don't know what it is. Sometimes the ants farm aphids. A lot of the times they seem to be pretty benign. I just always see ants on the southern peas. Always happens. You heard me slip up there and call them cow peas. I really like to call them southern peas or African peas, not cow peas. You guys have probably heard me talk about that before. They're not just cow food. They're really valuable and important human food. Anyway, I feel like we're definitely overdue, past due on both some maintenance in this little garden area right by the house, as well as a video to talk about what's going on. So you can pretty much see what's going on, which is that there are some collards and some kale and some carrots, pretty tightly spaced, that are doing well, surviving, but also a lot of amaranth and other weeds and things have popped up. So really what we're due for is a good weeding, maybe a bit of a thinning. I think I'm going to attack that right now. I'm going to probably bring most of that material up to the chickens and the pigs. You can see this section over here is also, let me get out of the way so my shadow is not blocking things. All of the peas, for the most part, except for these few right in here, which are ready for the last round of picking. All the peas are pretty much dormant, and there's a lot of grass and weeds in here. Probably not going to tackle this section today, but this certainly could get weeded, mulched. If I had plant starts, I could plant some more stuff in here, but that's kind of the gist in this area. So I'm not sure how easy it is to see the difference, but I have come in here and removed many of the weeds, many of the amaranths. I think it looks different. Now, timing wise, we're definitely a few weeks behind. The greens that we want, the collards, the kale, that sort of thing, they would have benefited from this work happening at least a week, several weeks ago, before so much dense shade was put down on them. However, I think it's okay. We've still got some growing time left. I'm going to give this a little sprinkle with some water. We've got this whole bucket here for the chickens and pigs. I've got a big handful of greens to go in the fridge. I just picked a bunch like this for myself yesterday. And that's pretty much the update on this space. It's been a little while since I've made an update. So this is how it's looking like right now, heading into winter, or heading into fall, really. It's early October. You can see we've got lots of greens in here. Got a lot of amaranth out of it. Also a green, summer greens, but I got a lot of wintertime greens that hopefully these are going to get big enough to survive the frost. We're also right next to the house here, so we have a little bit of, thermal mass that's going to be giving off some heat, hopefully making this a little bit of a microclimate. And we'll see. We're going to start picking these and making little salads and things soon. They'll certainly get much bigger, but we could go in here and pick a whole lot of food right now. Picking would help kind of thin this out and promote the ones that we don't pick to grow bigger.